What's going on, everyone? My name is Nicholas Merton here at DataDash, and today is October 29th of 2017. Well, folks, as you all keep up with the channel, you know that from time to time I like to share a trading tip or two here on the DataDash channel. And today I'm going to be talking about spotting breakouts. You know, this is a very important skill set to have in the cryptocurrency space because the mass amount of money that you can make is spotting those players early on and spotting the signs that they're starting to gain some traction and investors' interest. So, today I'm going to be telling you all 3 signs that you can spot within the market. Now, they're of course never guaranteed, much like any other technical analysis. However, they are very strong signs to indicate that something could be set to go exponential or really break out in the sense of price action. So today I thought I might as well share them with you all, and they're really not extremely complicated, but they're good things to look for. And if you can find them in combinations, that can really give you a telltale sign that something might be set to run up. All right, so let's go ahead, let's jump into it, and let's take a look at the first sign. So right now I'm looking at a chart of Monaco comparative to Bitcoin. And as many of you know, Monaco is one of the payment solution ICOs that came out comparative to like 10x and a few other players in the space. And this one has had a massive run up in the past. It actually went 10x from its kind of base level down here after the ICO and ran up pretty strong within the next few weeks. So, you know, how did we know that this was going to go 10x? Well, no one really knows exactly. But there was a very good telltale sign. If we zoom in here to the past, a lot of people want to look over here and say, you know, why is it shooting up like this? You have to turn to the past in history. The past of price action. So down here gives us a telltale sign as to why this did what it did. We had a random kind of breakout candle here, but what it gave us was a sense of resistance at 60,000. Okay, now you all will hear me reiterate a lot of the same principles, and I'm going to do it right here. Again, it's almost like I know it's engraved in the minds of many people who watch my channel, but what usually tends to be resistance what usually is resistance in the past tends to become future support. And this is a very important lesson to understand, because it's a very simple thing. You don't need any, notice how I'm not using any crazy technical indicators here. This is just very simple market principles. If a cryptocurrency or stock can find support at what was previous resistance, it shows a sign of maturity, it shows signs of strength, and it shows signs that it wants to go higher. And even though we don't know exactly how much higher, what we can see is that there was a lot of momentum over here. And of course, it was very short-lived. And after a while, you know, it pulled back and just kind of held out. But then we got another chance to break out. And we got above any of the closings over here. And we did it again, and we got even higher. Now, the wicks was relatively overextended, and some people thought, oh, maybe this momentum is short-lived. Well, it came back down, and it found support generally right where this previous resistance was. Not exactly, but we can interpret generally that what was previous resistance is now support. And we got a huge confirmation candle to prove that. And not only that, it continued to go higher and higher. Now, of course, I can't guarantee that, now we know when to sell it up here, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day if you sold here, here, or here. You made a crap ton of money in the sense of your Bitcoin comparative. So your Bitcoin, you know, portion once you sold your Monaco would be huge. So this is a trader's, this is just an absolute trader's habit. You've got to know how to spot when there was resistance in the past, and if that resistance, once you've gone past it, can now become support. And again, I'll give you another example of this. This isn't just Monaco. I mean, you can spot this in a lot of the big breakout players. We saw Go come out with a very strong launch on their ICO. However, we saw that they kept on getting resistance at 40,000 Satoshis. Now, when it broke up against 40,000 Satoshis, of course, it ran in some resistance around 60,000. And of course, it's got to cool down just like anything else. But ironically, it cooled down right where that previous resistance was, and it held there for a few days. And then you see the price action start to cup up and break past that previous resistance, and then it went absolute breakout mode. And in total, this went up more than 10x of its like kind of general price range when it launched from its ICO. So again, you see a lot of these players that just absolutely 10x because of these very simple signs in price action. Again, you can't really do much technical analysis here outside of that. All we have is price action. We can't use any moving averages. There's usually no wedges. You know, it's all dependent on really very simple price levels for resistance and support. And again, sometimes it is as simple as guaranteeing that that price action is there to confirm that price strength confirmation. And in this case, it was here, and it kept on going up and up and up and finding good support levels at big even numbers. So again, look towards the ones in the history, and you'll learn a lot about how breakout candidates can be spotted early on. All right, so next up is Vertcoin. Now, we've been talking about Vertcoin a lot on the channel, but today I want to talk about what really gave us a sign that this was about to break out. Well, the one that really stood out to me was the fact that it was wedging in price action. Again, it's a very simple technical pattern. It's nothing complex. It's simply a coiling of the price action in regards to whatever cryptocurrency you're looking at. In this case, we could see an obvious wedge of the price action. The support level is rising, the resistance level is descending, and as we can see, the price action gets more coiled in. Now, if you're kind of wondering how a wedge operates, I mean, we've talked about wedges on the channel before. However, on a very philosophical level, wedges are a shrinking of price action, of the range of price action, where the volatility is going inward. And because of this, it's setting up for either a breakout to the upside or to the downside. It's really waiting for a catalyst to push it up to the high end or to the down end. And when we were watching this, I was like, guys, Vertcoin in the past has had extreme run-ups, not only over here, but in its previous past. So I was thinking, I thought honestly to the optimistic side. It has a lot of good things going for it. And, if you can match those catalysts with a certain technical pattern, you can usually spot a breakout. This has happened with a lot of traditional altcoins that have really had those exponential run-ups. But again, if you would have gotten into Vertcoin down here, you could have made some absolutely good profits over the past few weeks. So again, look for these simple technical signs. Cryptocurrencies are an early market. I know it seems so simple. Nick, is it really as simple as a wedge? Yes, it really can be. Again, no crazy technical indicators, no institutional secrets. It's just honestly very simple stuff like this that can put you ahead of other traders and investors. So again, look for the simple indicators. Now, not everything is going to be a wedge, and you got to be honest with yourself because some people try to misinterpret wedges to meet their personal bias. This is a clear-cut wedge. You have, again, the descending resistance, and you have the ascending support. So if you can find those signs, if the price action is legitimately showing signs of coiling in, waiting for a breakout or sell-off, match it with the catalysts. See if there's any news headlines that are going well with it. If they have any big updates coming, those things can be the thing to either push it up or downward, depending on whether or not it's positive or not. And that's where you got to sometimes do your research as well, outside of just doing trading. All right, so the last thing I want to talk about, now we always refer to Stratus a lot because this was one of the best ICO launches of this year. Stratus had a great killing over the past few months in 2017. So why did Stratus show us signs of breaking out? Well, there's a lot of factors that probably played into it, but this is one that I really like to use that's maybe a little bit later on in the stage, that where we haven't really gone exponential, but it has gained some. And this is the 21-day moving average. This is the MOMO indicator, the market momentum mover. So basically with the 21-day moving average, what we could see is, and now if y'all know what a moving average is, of course it takes the certain amount in the sense of the daily moving average. We're taking the past closing price for the past 21 days and putting it into an indicator. So you can see it changes over time because each day it's taking the past 21 days of the closing price action and averaging it out to a certain number. So if you can see something continuously starting to go up a little bit, starting to trend, I mean, this is definitely a nice little run up here, but it's holding on that 21 day. Even when it has to cool down, it doesn't want to go below there. It's continuing to close above on the daily, above the 21 day. And if you would have seen that back here, I know it would seem relatively overextended, but if something's holding that momentum and it's not stopping and it's not selling off drastically past the indicators, you can expect something relatively exponential to possibly happen. And we did get that. Again, a lot of people will be like, oh, Nick, but I could have bought back here. Dude, if you bought here at 50,000 or at 70,000 Satoshis, I mean, you had an opportunity to sell it double or triple of what you bought it for, much higher than that. So again, we can't get it too extremely greedy. And of course, yes, you're taking on a little bit of risk here, but honestly, if it's holding the indicators and you have your stop loss set, again, there's so many great opportunities to see something go exponential. If you can see it holding, the 21 day, that's a serious sign of optimism, of absolute exuberance. My favorite key term, exuberance. But again, really, just look for those simple signs. So again, I want to run through them real quick. what tends to be resistance in the past tends to become new support, as so long as the price action can hold it. Same with the Mise Go here. And then also look for wedges, look for coiling and price action. Again, it's not always a bullish indicator. Descending wedges are usually a bullish indicator, more likely than not. And ascending wedges are a bearish indicator. But if you just get a straight wedge like this, it can be a 50-50 game. Usually in the sense of cryptocurrency, seeing as these markets are usually optimistic, it's usually going to go to the upside. And along with that, if you have positive news coming up or a big event coming that you think is going to be positive, of course, it's all up to interpretation. But having that alongside your indicator can really help you. And then with Stratus, again, the 21-day moving average. I can't emphasize it enough. If something is holding the 21-day, it is an absolute sign of exuberant nature and price action. And again, if you can see these indicators coming in together, if you can see these three working together, that is a telltale sign that something is much more likely to be optimistic. And of course, there's all kinds of other indicators for breakouts, but these are very simple yet powerful indicators you can use inside your trading and investing to spot the next big breakout in cryptocurrencies. Anyways, everyone, that's it for the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Appreciate you all checking out the channel and watching the trading tip series. If you all have a trading tip you want me to cover or a question that you want me to answer, leave it down in the comments down below. You know, I love getting feedback from you all. Or check us out on our Reddit at reddit.com/datadash and go ahead and vote on our poll there, or go ahead and tell us what you want to see on the trading tip series. You all know that I love getting feedback from you all. But until then, everyone, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Stay tuned.